Hey, Domo, I actually bought an Image comic. No, it's not the pervert. Why would I buy that? No, it's not the Savage Dragon either. Domo. No, you like it. It's a good one. Yeah, see? You're going to like this. Yes, that's right. Image is still capable of putting out good comic books. All you have to do is make sure that none of the Image people are involved with it. Go figure that one out. So, Medieval Spawn and Witchblade, which I will admit I bought entirely for the cover. Check that out. I found a nice big high-res version online. It's digital art, unfortunately, not hand-drawn. But at this scale, was cool enough for me to buy just for the cover. And you know what? I can forgive it for that. Plus, $3 US for something Canadian, still cheaper. Like as a prestige book, like for Image, like this cover is. You hear that? That's a solid cover on that book for $3. So it's written over here. Brian Haberlin and Brian, two people I've honestly never heard of. Too busy reading comics to pay attention to other personalities. There's apparently some kind of thing on how it was made, but I don't have apps on my phone because I'm a cheap bastard. We have, it starts out, it's medieval Spawn. So some in Medievalia, in the country of nowhere, ragtag bunch of warriors. You can kind of tell, like it looks like it wants to be kind of hand drawn, but it's hand drawn over 3D models. Like yes, everyone on this page is a unique entity, but you can tell by it instantly that it's 3D modeling. Like look at this hand right here. It's not a terribly good hand. There's a few other spots. I'm willing to forgive it, although in some places it does seem like I'm reading a Diablo cutscene. The unlikely band of heroes are ragtag men and women carrying what weapons they can lay their hands on, and they're fighting some undead. It's medieval times in Europe. So your bad guys are really only going to be like undead, other human beings, maybe some big monster. Not a lot of fanciful content there. Demons maybe, but you want something they maybe stand a chance against, right? That hand, that's the finger looks like it's hidden. Maybe I can't. Anyway, go away, glare. This finger looks like it's bowed in, just because of the shading. There's a few of the spots. Yeah, it's 3D models, but I'm willing to forgive that because all in all, it's not bad 3D models. Yeah, okay, sometimes it's going to look like a Diablo cutscene, but I found the story interesting too, and I can't completely throw Image to the wolves, despite some of the crap they've published lately. Got a bunch of undead. Our undead all have compound bows, so I guess they're more like deadites than zombies. Got some fighting going on. That didn't work. This guy, you can kind of tell, like, again, yes, it's 3D models. This guy tries to run away. Doesn't work. He winds up next to some kid who didn't make it. Pay attention to that. And then all of a sudden, just when he thought he was about to die, some version of Medieval Spawn shows up on horseback, and it's a look. Check out that action. Check out that horse. Like that is. You want to make an entrance? That's an entrance. Like cape just flowing out behind him, and sword arm up in the air. He rides through, and they shoot him. And nothing happens. Like, when the undead look dismayed, he strides between them like a storm of thunder. And this is a part I don't quite get yet, but will be laid out. I'm guessing it's the evil queen that's caused all the Deadites to show up. This is, what have you come to show me? What have you seen with these pretty eyes? So she plucks out squishes in its eyes. That's a bit more brutal than I expected. But it's a Spawn book and I'm okay with it. They have found a champion. So she's going to send over here. You hear that, my loyal Scourge? Be coming here, and he will do everything. He will do everything in his power to kill us. Like, and it's threats and threats and threats. We will kill for me, my love, as you would when you were a mortal man before I took your soul. And I'm assuming that's a look of, you say he loves me. Meanwhile, Mr. Spawn is trying to figure out what he is. No, you are King Valon. That is your sword, Peacebringer. Every child knows the legend of it. Beats me. Kid decides he wants to be the squire. And I can't get over, like, yes, okay, yes, for the umpteenth time. It's computer, it's 3D modeling. But yes, it flunks out a bit on some of the regular people. But on the characters, oh wow, like, just look at that. That's majestic. Not quite sure why the shield boss is off so far, but oh well. Remove your helmet so that people may see you. Oh, right. You look like fried ass. Perhaps you better put it back on. There's a little bit of mourning because the kids died. They're trying to convince him that he's the king. And a bunch of stuff happens that I'm not going to... I want you to read this book. This actually isn't a bad book. And then the dead things came out. And I'm not entirely sure if he's the king. Or if he's just being, the story is so compelling that he's started to think he's the king. Because I have a feeling like the king that ran away is... Red Eyes McGee back here. But he remembers stuff. He remembers all this. He remembers this. If he's not the king, he's doing a great job of remembering what it was like to be king. And then we get... This kid's the star of the show. This is the guy who's going to run away. So, look at the spearhead. Any man here brave enough to pick it up? This broken weapon belonged to a lad of 12 who stood against the dark things that prey on all of us. Who fought and died. Is any man here as brave as that young lad? And he goes from place to place to place. And he's... Doesn't look like it, but he's got the charisma. Drums up a whole bunch of people. We got some more backstory that will become clear later on. I'm not sure how many issues there are. There's obviously going to be a second, but... Every now and then, they'll come up with something that's like a 1 or a 2 shot, and they don't explain the entire story. Over here. Oh. This is... I don't know who this is. Neither does he, but that's okay. We'll find out later. Ta-da! And then they travel back somewhere to Earth. The men call it Earth. But men call it Earth. They're not from the world of men. I don't know what they are yet. If you've ever watched the Merlin movie from a long time ago, they used that phrase, the people of the fairy realm. Merlin, Queen Mab, whoever her little weasel helper was, used that phrase a lot. Anyway, I am no king. A king has a throne, a crown, a realm. I hold none of those things. You have much more than a squire, my liege. You have an army. And it's to be continued. Wow, that cape is just out of control, isn't it? But I'm continually blown away. Like the art for Spawn, right? Like, yes, okay, it's a 3. You know what? It might actually be based off of, if it's a 3D model of that. It looks like it wants to be, but there's spots where the chainmail kind of gives up. Like maybe it was kind of rotoscoped. Sometimes the parts and pieces, so you might be tracing over it. The rivets and things don't always quite match up. Can't tell if he's drawing for not, or if he's drawing, but if it's based off of this, look at that. Get all that in the shot. Is that not glorious? That probably costs alternate hamburger head and battle axe head. Oh, hamburger head and battle axe hand. If someone made this and they used that as the basis for this, then that's a great way to sell that. But it's not quite the same. But holy crap, is it close. Yeah, the art alone sold me on this one. And, well, I'm never going to buy the Pervert, and I'm not going to buy the Wild and Awesome Spooge play in the Savage Dragon, despite having bought a lot of Savage Dragon a long time ago. I'm going to show that I'm going to buy books that I like, that I think deserve more attention than bad furry porn and bad anthro lizard man porn. Anyway, I've got a plan for this on the weekend, once I properly script out what I'm going to do with it. And I will see you then.